guys. It's, gotta think about it, it's Wednesday. Wednesday. And I've been really a little surprised at some of my comments on my vlog. So let's go straight into that. All right. So let's start with cutesy name. And hers is really long. So get a cup of coffee. She says, oh, jumping up and down, raising my hand. I can't stand Eugene either. And she's talking about The Walking Dead, in case you don't know. I get up and leave when he is on. Don't even want to look at him. But I will say this. He plays the part well. That's right. In the beginning, he made us believe that he was really going to cure the zombie apocalypse. And then you felt sorry for him because he only said that to try to get people to protect him and save his life. And then you felt sorry for him because he was terrified to be under Negan. And now, can't stand him. All right, can't wait till next week. I know. I've been watching videos on The Walking Dead every day. So I'm excited for it. You know they are going to merge the two shows. Well, they're not really going to merge them. They're taking one character and inserting him in the other show, and that's Morgan. And I really won't miss Morgan. Never was a big fan of Morgan. Met him in person. He was nice. He was a really nice guy and everything, but I really not going to miss Morgan. Okay. Okay. Looking snazzy for date night. Thank you. As far as the sexual harassment cases, I have a hard time. You are probably like me. It's not that I don't believe the women who have come forward, but it's the timing. And honestly, I don't believe all of them. I think probably a lot of them are just being opportunistic, which somebody mentioned in last week's, but I agree with that. Some of them truthful, yes, absolutely. Okay, yes, there's power in numbers, and women have endured this crap since the beginning of time and should speak out at the time. For me, if you cross into my personal space verbally, I will call you out in front of everyone. If you cross into my space physically, you will draw back a stump. You sound like my BFF. She's that way too. Not that I'm mean, it's just so disrespectful, something I do not tolerate. I have my personal space and don't presume I want you there. I meant to comment on your last video, but my elves took precedent. Yada, yada, yada. You know how it is. Christmas time and crafting. Can't wait to see the furniture. Oh, yes. Got to show you the furniture. All right. Dana Imos, you look marvelous, darling. Thank you. I did the other day. Not now. But when I read that, that's how I heard it. You look marvelous, darling. Scrapbooking Happy Sarah. Yes, yes, yes. Let him get eaten. I loved that. I loved it. Simple, to the point. Loved it. All right. Angela Perkins, and I appreciate this comment a lot because I made a comment in last week or the previous vlog that I didn't understand why people advertise that they're selling crafts that are in a pet-free home. I didn't get it at all, seriously. And she let me know why. So it says, Rena, you are a groomer and a pet lover who is very clean. I can explain why people post pet-free home or work area. For someone so allergic to cats or dogs, no matter how clean you are, they can react to the presence of animal dander up to 6 months after an animal has been where they go. That's surprising. Actually shocking, because I've known a lot of people who've been allergic to animals, but they literally only get allergic if they like touch them and then touch their eyes or something like that. So all of this is new information for me. She says, I speak from experience. My child is not only allergic to cats and dogs, but many foods, nuts, grasses, and trees. Ooh. He has been hospitalized many times for exposure and the reactions from being exposed. Exposure to cats causes sneezing, his eyes swell and look jelly-like, and then an asthma attack. Your sweet kitty is on your work areas, and so everywhere a kitty goes, there is dander. Your items, I'm very sure do not smell like dog or cat, but people who are sensitive need to know that what they are purchasing is coming from a pet-free home or workspace area or not. It really would be a matter of life or death. That is why people post pet or smoke free. Our son nearly died from eating cookies and nuts in them at a sleepover. If you notice, almost everything will have a disclaimer saying the product made in an area where nuts are used. It's really that real. Hope I did not offend. That was not my intention. Love you and your beautiful cards and albums. No, it didn't offend me at all. I didn't get it. And I totally understand when you ingest something like nuts. I totally get that. But as far as the other, I just have never known anyone that was that allergic. So thanks for filling me in, because that gives me, you know, a new perspective. Candy Tigs. All right. I'm going to have to read this and I will respond as I go. Hey there, Rena. I've been really thinking about your opinion on Xmas. I'm a Christian too. I'm not offended when people write it, and I'll tell you why. We get to choose what offends us, and I choose not to be offended. And I totally get that. You know, like my mom, this is what my mom says. My mom says, when I say, oh, I'm worried about this or I'm worried about that, she's like, oh, worry is not from God. You should not worry. And it's like, but it still happens. So what do you want me to call it? But it's still worry. Like, I worry about Shane being out on the road and the chances of him having an accident because he's driving every single day of his life. I worry about, you know, Savannah and the people she surrounds herself with, because I don't feel like they are good, God-fearing Christian people. And not that other people that don't believe in God can't be good people, but as a Christian, we are called to surround ourselves with other Christians. But anyway, my bottom line to what you said is, I'm still offended. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm not trying to change anyone. Can I just not like it? Can I be offended? But I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not calling people out. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, I'm just saying how I feel. So I get it. You choose not to be offended. I choose to be offended because I can't help it. I don't like it. I choose to think the best of others. And what I want to say to that is, I am totally like that. And I was like that I've been like that all my life. My mother always called me the peacemaker. And like, I had people that worked for me when I was in Texas. I didn't even know they came to work drunk. And I found out one of my ex-employees in Texas, it was like 25, 30 years ago, she died. And I heard, you know, through the grapevine that she had died. And I was like, oh my God, she was young. She was like 35. What did she die of? Oh, she died of alcoholism. I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, didn't you know she was at work? She was here at work drunk all the time. And I was like, what? What? Yeah. And yeah, so I choose to think the best of others too. It's when they come out and you find out and you're like, whoa, am I totally naive? Do I like look at people with a blind eye? And so maybe I have gravitated a little bit more towards being cautious, because like I've had people that work for me and then I end up with money missing. And I'm like, I would have never suspected any of these people that worked for me that would steal large amounts of money, hundreds of dollars in one day. And I'm just like, am I totally stupid? I don't know. So I think the best of others, even if they don't deserve it. For some reason, us gals tend to think the worst of others and their intentions. Okay. I see it all the time. I even caught myself doing it. Example, when my hubby leaves his socks on the floor, I just knew he did it to make me mad. LOL. The truth is, he wasn't thinking at all when he took them off. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. So honey and I laugh about the empty toilet paper roll and how he does not like his toilet paper on the like spinner roll. He likes to, we have this little thing and it sets on there because he doesn't like to pull it off. He likes to pick it up and do this. Oh my God, I can't believe I just told you guys that. So we laugh sometimes because there'll be 2 or 3 empty rolls sitting in that thing. And I'll just be like, I'm leaving them there to see if you're ever going to throw them away. And he'll say, I'm leaving them there to see if you'll ever throw them away. And so I know he's doing it on purpose. He's leaving it there on purpose. Our trash can is 6 feet away. So anyway, so I know he does it on purpose. God has really been working on my attitude. Well, and that's great. Helping me to see the best in people. And oftentimes when people say something that offends us, they don't even know it. And that really wasn't what they meant to do. And I totally agree about the Xmas thing and how a lot of people do not mean it in any kind of bad way. They just grew up doing that or in a family that did that, and that's what they do. But I do believe 1000% that there are people that do it specifically to take Christ out of Christmas. I think people that just don't believe say that because they are offended by the fact that Christmas has the word Christ in it. And I think there are people that do it specifically to just offend, and I do. And some people don't. So I get it. You know, it's maybe 50-50. Who knows? She says, now, I'm not naive. I know there are people out there who really do want to hurt us. But again, we get to choose if we will let it offend or hurt us. It's been hard sometimes, but I really do try to think the best of others. And nothing makes mean people as mad as killing them with kindness when they are being hurtful. I've learned to have fun with this. I worked with a couple of gals who really took meanness to a new art form. I would just love on them and be so kind to them, which drove them crazy. And after a couple of months of loving on them, they would see me coming and run away. LOL. Well, anyway, that's my 2 cents. Enjoy your channel. Hugs, Candy. And Candy, I'm not coming after you. I'm simply trying to explain that I can't help that it bothers me. I can't help that I don't like it. But there are a lot of things in this world we don't like, and we just have to suffer through. We just have to live with it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just simply expressing my opinion that it bothers me and I don't like it. And you know what? If you can be a better person and just turn that off like a switch, then more power to you. Give me the recipe, because I can't. It's like when I'm watching the news, and I watch Fox News, as you guys know, and they'll show clips from the liberal news, and it's just like nails on a chalkboard to me, because I don't believe in that kind of stuff. And that's because I have a deep belief system, and my deep belief system is not just political, it's religious. I believe deeply that you honor your Lord Jesus Christ and you don't denounce him. And to me, if you're a Christian, you want to elevate the word Christ in Christmas. And I know some of you had even said that you've used Xmas and you're Christians. I'm not saying you're not if you do that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm simply saying that some of us, I mean, we all have different levels of our beliefs and how we feel about things. And that's just something I feel extremely strongly about. You probably have things you feel extremely strongly about that don't bother me. That's what makes the world go round. We're all different. All right. The Cranky Crafter. Where have you been, girl? She says, okay, I put my hands up. Like this. I've used Xmas in the past purely for lazy reasons, i.e. when writing lots of Christmas cards. But I'm also a Christian. And I'll be honest with you. I would absolutely not write it in a Christmas card. But that's me. And you're you. And I'm glad that you guys feel good enough that we can open a dialogue about stuff like this. So let's keep it going about all kinds of stuff, because that's, for me, that's what this part of the channel is about, is opening dialogue and learning what other people's feelings and thoughts are on these kind of subjects. So I don't find the word offensive, and I don't think people use it in a derogatory way. Well, most people. If you think about it, they have removed the word Christ and replaced it with a cross. So it's just a different format. Blessings, Sarah. I'm not sure what you mean about that last, they've removed the word Christ and replaced it with a cross. If you can, tell me what you exactly mean by that. Debbie Grappius, LOL, Klinger from MASH. That's what I was thinking you were meaning. But I got a piece that needs to be curled. But anyway, I won't tell you the other thing I thought you meant. About the receptionist comment. He is always trying to get out of the army, so every week a new relative died. Sometimes the relative dies several times. That's true. That's true. Somebody else commented, let's see, but it's not showing up. Somebody else commented, and it was in my notifications. But I wonder if their comment was on a different, if they commented on the vlog, but not. I just read it this morning. Oh, well. Let me refresh and see if it pops up. No. All right, guys. You want to see the new furniture? Oh, you want to see what I'm working on? It's not cards. That's all I'm going to show you. That's it. So, yeah, I'm working on a configuration box. All right, I got to go. I will try to remember to do the furniture video, and I am absolutely doing a house video. I just got to move all my wreath making stuff, so because it's like kind of in there. And it looks really, really nice. And I hope you guys like it. So I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, guys. Here is our front yard. So we've got the mailbox with the owl and the fox. And this is what the waterfall looks like when it's cold. And it is cold. So it ices. When it's snowing, it looks really cool. So we've got the deer and the sleigh and 2 deer and a tree and the angel. And he would have put lights up on the front of the house, but they're going to be putting a roof on. There's one of the Christmas trees. Crafty people, look at this beautiful blanket. I mean, I think we might have to go outside, even though it's frigidly freezing. Let's do that. Let's go outside. Honey will be like, what is she doing? Because he's driving away right now. There he goes. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? It's cold, but it's not that cold. Got a little bit of snow last night. I just find that stunning. I have messy hair. It's Friday. When I wash it the night before, and sometimes I'll go 2 nights without washing it. Usually just 1. But I can never do that when it was long. Now that it's short, I can do that. And I went to go make an appointment. Oh, it looks like I cut my own bangs. I swear, guys, it's just because it, anyway. I went to go make an appointment with my hairdresser for Monday. And they were like, oh, she's booked. And I was like, what? She can't be booked. I always just call that day. I'm actually doing this ahead of time. It's Thursday and I want Monday. I was like, oh yeah, it's the holidays. So I was kind of bummed, but I was able to schedule for Wednesday at 7. So yeah, this part is just, I've been asking her to leave this long, and I'm going to have her cut about that much off. Anyway, what do you guys care? You don't care. I have to tell you, so I posted my configuration box, and I really tried hard to use the editing program and put music and make it pretty, and then like instantly, within like 10 minutes, you guys were screaming at me that the music was too loud and was too annoying and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, ah! So I went and watched it. I was like, okay, delete that. And I deleted it and redid it, and it came out okay. Kind of okay. But I noticed on that Christmas Santa configuration box, I already have 3 thumbs down. Who hates Christmas configuration boxes? Who does that? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But I love it. And like I've said, I don't care if nobody buys it. I will keep it and I will use it in my Christmas decor every year. So it's right over there. And I'm digging looking at it. And look what's right over there. Meow. Say hi. Oh. There we go. She normally talks a lot. She's not talking a lot today. And the dogs, well, the dogs are snoring. Well, one of them's snoring. I have got to do the house tour. I'm going to shut up right now, and I'm going to go do the house tour. Bye. Hey, people. It's Friday evening, and I have been watching some videos on the fires in California. And I just watched a video about racehorses that they were setting free and just encouraging them to just run away. You know, with people, we can make our own decisions to stay or to go. And for it to have gotten to a point where they literally just were just encouraging them to run away. I don't know.
it just breaks my heart because they don't know where to go. I should never have clicked on that video. But it makes me just heartbroken for the animals that trust humans to take care of them. Anyway, I just needed to say that. It's Saturday, and I think I've figured it out. I think I can't create on camera because I have to have silence when I create on camera, so that you guys aren't hearing what I've got on YouTube or whatever. And I can't do that. I can't create in silence. I have to have, like, right now I have a Walking Dead podcast on, and I just created this. And yeah, so I don't know how to do that. But anyway, last night I was working on these cards, and they just weren't coming together. And I took my glasses off, I put them on my desk, I turned my light off, I left, and I was like, can't do it. Can't do it. So I am working on red and pink Christmas cards, which is very difficult. Red and pink are for Valentine's. So anyway, let's talk about the president. Yeah, so what about that bunch of bullshit that they came out and said, you know, and then they came out and said they were wrong. Oh, they were wrong. So many mistakes by the press, and I feel bad that I was literally concerned and feeling like I needed to address it. And then they came out and said they were wrong. I should have known. I'm sorry, President. And I woke up this morning thinking to myself, oh no, I haven't made the president a Christmas card yet. So I am going to do that this weekend. Because I want to mail it out no later than Tuesday. Tuesday is the 12th. So that gives more, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days for him to receive it. I'm sure it will take less than that, but, you know, the Secret Service will have to open it and check it out, make sure it's good before he can have it. And I don't know, maybe he won't even see it. Maybe somebody else will see it. I'm sure somebody else will see it. Somebody will see it, because I'm sure there's somebody that opens mail at the White House for the president. I mean, for heaven's sakes, that kid that wanted to mow the White House lawn mailed his letter to the White House. I think it would be really cool if he tweeted to me. But nevertheless, even if he says nothing, I am just delighted to create a Christmas card for the president. Whereas in the past, I mean, I guess you could have sent a Christmas card, but it would not have meant the same thing to a president that did not celebrate the actual birth of Christ. And I'm not sure, maybe you guys could tell me what you think. Should I address it to the president, or should I address it to POTUS and FLOTUS? Or should I address it to the first family? How should I address it? but I am excited about it. I just, ouch. I'm also excited to get on a mini album because you guys know I'm going to be going to my mom's over Christmas. And I won't be able to create for a week. But then when I get back, okay, so I'll have to work. Okay, so I leave the 24th. I'm back the 28th, the night of the 28th. Then I work the 29th and the 30th. But then I'm off. Oh, those are my regular days off, the 31st and the 1st. Well, then I have 2 days off. So anyway, let me tell you the story. Remember I told you I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to jinx it? Well, I didn't say anything and it was still jinxed. So I hired this guy and his name was Isam, and I can't even pronounce his last name. And when I got his email and I saw his name, I was like, oh. Because my customers, I have some of them who don't want men and working on their dogs because their dogs maybe don't like men. But I was like, no, give him a chance. So he came and there were 3 people that day. And, sorry, I got a text message and I'm like reading it. Freaking people that are late for their appointments. It's like it throws our whole day off. Anyway, I'm going to be back because I got to remind her that it's Saturday and we're closing at 5 and that she needs to remind people because they're not used to that yet. We just started it this winter. I'll be back. I am so glad I have learned a teensy bit of editing. So now if I have to stop, I can come back. I remember what I was going to ask you. So, how many of you had political conversations at Thanksgiving? I really would like to know if any of you did. And if you did any of you have any serious issues that came with that? And then my next question is, even if you didn't, okay, if you guys, you talked about politics and nothing happened, or you didn't talk about politics, whatever. If you had a close relative, like let's say a mother or a father, a sister or a brother, that close of a relationship, like immediate family member, okay? That had a real strong difference of political opinion. Now, I know I have some people that watch that are Trump haters, and that's okay because we're all different. And I don't really care to convince anyone that I think Trump is awesome or that you should think Trump is awesome. I don't care about that. I'm just telling you how I feel. So I'm not trying to change anyone. Would you, if that person had a difference of opinion, would you disown them? Would you walk away from the relationship forever? Would you treat them, would you like walk out of their house and just leave? Like, let's say you literally got there the night before Thanksgiving, okay? And Thanksgiving Day, you're talking about politics and you get pissed off. You're not really even talking about politics. You're just talking about, well, I guess you would have to be talking a little bit about politics, but like, it's not like even heated or anything. Would you just like go get your stuff and leave? Would you just like be like, I'm out of here? Would you do that? I mean, what kind of person does that? I mean, aren't we all grown-ups? Don't you want to just be like, okay, how about we just not talk about it? Could we do that? Because I love you. You're my mom. You're my dad. You're my brother. You're my sister. Can we just not talk about it? Because there's just no common ground here. I'm telling you, my girl, Amy, who works for me, I swear we are like so opposite when it comes to conservatism and liberalism. But I still want to adopt her and I still love her to pieces. So I don't understand people who would do that. So that is my question of the week. What would you do? What would you do? All right. For my Walking Dead fans, let's talk about, oh, I know you guys want you, oh, tell me what do you think is going to happen tomorrow night? I'm so excited. Let's do, I know there were a few more comments. Paula Rohill Johnson. She's another person that explained the meaning of Xmas to me. Several of you guys did try to explain the origin of it and so forth. And again, I don't care what the origin is of it. It's Christmas. And I just don't think it should be shortened. I just don't. And that's my opinion. That's my feeling. I don't like it. I'll never do it. I even clicked on a video last night of someone who had made a Christmas mini album. And when I clicked on it, in the album, like big, it said Xmas in the album. The designer of the digital paper did a sentiment that said Xmas. What? No. Oh, I was like, click. I clicked out of it. But you know what? I didn't click dislike. I did not click dislike. I just clicked off of it because I was like, I am not spending my time watching something from someone that I don't agree with what. Yeah, no. So I'm just saying, it's just my opinion. Barb Kamek. Hi, Rena. Happy belated birthday. The color lipstick looks very becoming on you. Well, thank you. I think it was because it matched my shirt. Because my shirt was red. I normally don't wear red lipstick. When I bought that, and that's the thing, I don't buy lipstick very often, probably like 5 times in my entire life. But I wanted more of a wine. Cranberry, maybe? Cranberry. So anyway. So yeah, I think I read everybody else's comments. Oh, I see that. Paula, you actually commented twice. She wanted to be sure that I got the message. And I do. Like I said, it's just my opinion. You guys know about opinions, right? So I was really excited. I found a new Walking Dead YouTube channel. And just so for you guys that are my Walking Dead also fans, it's called The Podcasting Dead. So if you want to check it out, I'm enjoying them. All right, I should probably hush and put this video together. I got a sleeping kitty. It is going to be 60 today. 60! We have 18 today, which is, you know, 18 is comfortable. It's comfortably busy. It's not really busy, and it's certainly not crazy busy. Guess what happened? It snowed in San Antonio. Yeah, on what would have been my dad's birthday. The 8th, yesterday was my dad's birthday. Would have been my dad's birthday. And I was like, it snowed on my dad's grave on his birthday. That's cool. All right, that's it. Gonna drink my tea and chat with you guys later. Wednesday. Bye. Saturday. Let's go to work. You want to? No. You're like, who wants to go to work? Well, honestly, I'm really, really, really blessed that for the most part I really like my job. If it wasn't pulling me away from my other favorite thing, which is crafting, I probably wouldn't have any problem with it at all, but I would rather be crafting. So anyway, I remembered that I forgot to finish telling you the story about the guy. So his name was Isam, and I had 3 people coming that day. First one didn't show up. Second one showed up late and smelled really, really, really super strongly of cigarette smoke. I think I mentioned her last video. And this guy who came in wearing dress slacks, a belt, a nice, what do they call those shirts, with a tie. He came in looking like he wanted a job. And I had the most pleasant interview with him I have had in a super long time. So I told him I would, you know, make a decision between him and the girl, and I would call him later. Well, it was really a no-brainer. He was way better, even though I really needed to think about whether or not I wanted to hire a man, considering I have some customers who might kind of freak out over that. So I called him, and I hired him, and he showed up his first day, and he learned so quickly. It was awesome. And then he showed up a second day, which was extra awesome. And he did a great job. And we had, I kid you not, some of the best conversations. We talked about family, and it was just awesome. I can't even describe to you. So his third day came, and I told him, I was like, things are going really good. You're picking up fast. I don't anticipate it'll be more than a day or 2 before I'll go ahead and leave you alone. And I said, I'll be here with you until like 5. So you only have a couple dogs left to go home, and I'll be just a phone call away. It'll all be good. And he was like, sounds good. I feel really comfortable. So the next day was the 4th day. Around noon, I got a text message. Hey, Rena. It was like my other job, which I think, I don't know if I mentioned, but he tests blood for disease. That was his other job, but he only worked 2 days, 8 hours. So he had 16 hours in 2 days. So he needed a part-time job. And it was perfect because his other job, he worked Sundays and Mondays. And my job is Tuesday through Saturday. So it was absolutely perfect. It was almost like, had to be. So then he was like, I'm really sorry, but my other job offered me full time, and I can't turn it down because Lord knows it probably pays more than a dog groomer receptionist position. I imagine by at least $5 an hour, if not more. And I asked him, I texted back and asked him, I said, could you consider just, because it's a night job. So I said, could you consider just working through the holidays? And he texted back, you know, he's really sorry, and, you know, but he doesn't think so. And, you know, so sorry for wasting my time. And the only thing I was a little surprised is he struck me as the type of person that would either call me or would actually come in and tell me this stuff. So I was a little disappointed that it happened through text message, but I understand people wanting to better themselves and make more money. I totally get that. But I was just, honestly, it wasn't really just like, oh, I wasted my time. It was like, oh, I lost this awesome person that I enjoyed conversations with and that I would really look forward to spending time with. So I was really bummed about it. I called my regular gals, my regular part-time gals, Amy and Dana. I was like, look, we are so screwed for the holidays. We need a receptionist. Can you guys help out just for the next 2 weeks, pulling the receptionist position, so it's not chaos at the end of the day? And they both said, yeah, we'll work with it. We'll make it work. I did put another ad out. I have a lady. She looks like she might be Asian, some kind of Asian descent, and she's real petite, but she spoke very friendly. I mean, she was real comfortable talking to me, and she's gonna come. I told her, I said, why don't you just come in Saturday or spend 3 hours and just see if you like it. That way I'm not like feeling committed that this person is hired. And I said, and if you think you want to stay on with it, that's fine. I said, it's just such a busy time of year to start somebody. I don't want to overwhelm you, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see. I mean, I know you guys are just like, oh my gosh, you and receptionists. And I'm like, I have never had this kind of trouble finding, really seriously, any position. You know, I needed somebody a few months back for bathing and drying the dogs, and I found Jackie, who has turned out to be extremely reliable and dependable and just honest and you know, that kind of stuff. But what I had mentioned to you before about Jackie is that she had worked at the same place for 7 years, a grooming place, and then it's hard for her right now to kind of transfer into how we do things, because after 7 years, you know, it's pretty ingrained in you how to do things that person's way. So we're working on her, and you know, when you start with the foundation of someone who is reliable, dependable, and honest, the other things, they're things you can work on. If you don't have the reliable, dependable, and honest, but they're really great at their job, you have nothing. So I'm glad she's hanging in there and not feeling like we're picking on her when we're trying to teach her how to do it our way. So that's really, really good. So I wanted to come back and tell you guys that story, because I started to put all the videos together and I was like, oh, I don't think I finished that story. And if you're curious, I did not do the house tour video yet. And the reason I did it is because when I think of it, it's daytime. I don't want to do it in the daytime. I want to do it in the evening when everything's lit up and it looks more festive. I did move that configuration box that nobody bought into our bedroom, and I really like where I put it. So I'm going to be happy to keep that and put it away every year and bring it back out. So, and if Rihanna comes and she loves it, I might send it with her. But she is very funny about taking things home, and I need to get her gifts wrapped before I go to Texas. Yeah, I forget to wrap. There's nobody I really wrap for anymore. The kids get the cash so that they can buy whatever they want. And I actually had been thinking about inviting Savannah to go maybe to lunch coming up, so we can talk about the holiday and how we're going to have Miss Rai Rai Banana Pie, because I'm going to pick her up on the 29th, and I think we get to keep her till the 2nd. So let's see if that happens. Baby steps. Everybody has said baby steps, and I agree. And, you know, I haven't seen her in a couple weeks, and I did try to call her yesterday, and she didn't answer or text or anything. So I think maybe I'll try to reach out to her again. I have one of my girls working on the treat bags for the dogs at the shop, and I will get back with you and show you a little video of the bags we're putting together. We're doing, and tell me what you guys think of this, because we have 2 sets of dogs. We have our really regular people that want a holiday appointment, and they pre-booked it months and months ago, and they come, you know, once a week, every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks. And, you know, even our 6 weeks dogs, we consider those really, really, you know, primo customers. But then we have a lot of people that are just like shop hopping, that can't get an appointment somewhere else, so they, you know, if we're able to get them in, they come to us. Or people that just get their dogs groomed at Christmas time because they have family coming in. And those people are not as good a customer as the other people. So when we give our little treat bags, we have smaller treat bags for those people that don't come as frequently, because I mean, they literally do cost money. To put those bags together, even for the smaller bags, is about 60 cents a bag. And then for the more regular people, their bags cost me about $1.20. Plus they get a toy, which brings it up to $2.20. So when you think, and we give them away for the 2 weeks prior to Christmas. So if you think we're doing, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, we're doing about 250 bags. And let's just average it out to $1.50 a bag. So what are we looking at? $300. Oh, it's got to be more than that. Anyway, would you feel offended if you were a customer and you were given a treat bag and then another customer gets a different treat bag? I don't know. We've always been able to skate by with that and never have anybody say they're offended. But I always wonder in my head, but they got to know, oh, well, they only came once a year, or this is our first time here, or I don't know. And we have our dogs that are on our Pamper Paws program that come on a regular recurring appointment schedule. And what I've told my girls always is, hey, if somebody says something, just tell them that person is on our Pamper Paws program, and when you're on that program, it upgrades you to a treat bag with a toy. And maybe that would encourage them to sign up for the Pamper Paws program. I don't know, am I rambling now? I am pulling into the shop parking lot right now, and maybe you'll be happy that I'm going to shut up now and go groom some dogs. I hope have I kept both my hands on the wheel, or at least one hand on the wheel? I know some of you don't like to watch me when I'm driving. But I'm in the parking lot, it's okay. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.